And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Well, as you can see, our threat went up. Way up. We are... Oh, it's now dropped. Those batteries are probably charged. But we went from 0 threat to 10,000 threat in less than 2 minutes when I enabled that system. So, yeah, that was a lot of threat. And it cleared this area out so fast, I think with rapid resources. Pretty sure that the developer has made this process way faster. So yeah, we have... Oh yeah, I didn't set this, so I need to do that. We need to set the refined liquid resin to that. So yeah, we've got a few refined resin. It looks like, yeah, it's saturated the line all the way up. It saturated the line as it was mining, and it cleared it out. There's no more resin down there. So we need to think about how we're going to fuel this thing. I want to try to basically fuel it constantly. I would love to have it constantly fueled, but I think we're going to need to run another tube line up here, just because one of those hoppers on this turbine here, the battery underneath, the hopper filled up. It filled up to 200, and it couldn't output fast enough. So we're going to need another tube line, and I don't know if I have the resources to do that. Where is it? There they are. We've got quite a few crystal deposit.
Crafting.
I got a lot of hardened machine blocks. I crafted quite a few of those. So yeah, I think I'm going to increase the tubes coming up here. So let's drop down. Now that we have a little bit of space to work with, I'm just gonna sit right on top of my hive here. So yeah, this hopper right here, this one filled up completely, and it wasn't able to output fast enough. So I think we're going to double this up all the way out to here, because the one on the bottom, I mean, this one did pretty good, but I'm gonna want to double this up, maybe even to here. While I'm down here, I might as well try to double that up. And it's really bright. All these lasers and stuff make it really bright. Yeah, those are all looking like they are set right. So first, I'm going to double it up out to here. And then let's create a little platform for me to stand on. No, I want to stand on it, not bounce off of it. There we go. So we're going to dial him to the side, dial him out, and then we're going to go up with him. So we're going to go all the way out like that. Make sure that lines up. I'll take this one out. And let's head to the top side here, where we can get a good down look at this. So right there is our top. Okay. I think I'm going to go right above this one. So let's go out, in, switch it over. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. So let's scratch that idea. We're gonna have to go under right here. So take that. That should be facing the right way. Whoops. Come on. There we go. And then let's take that block out just to give ourselves a little bit of leeway. Not interrupting that other conveyor underneath here at all. So we're just going to go right over the top. And then this is going to come up, over, and down. And while I'm here, I need to connect these up too. Because these, for some reason, I didn't connect up together. And now we've got 209 refined resin, and there is exactly 9 left in there. So if we look, that is, I get two resin per 10. So if we half that, which is weird that it's an odd number, but if we half that, it is, why is that? Oh, I have one on me. So that's 210. So that's 105 refined resin that we normally would get in a vanilla system. And that equates to 1,050. So there were exactly 1,059 hard resin blocks around that hive. Just a little bit of info for you there. Not all that interesting, but whatever. It's math. Sometimes we have to do math in this world. Okay, yes, 1,059. I'm going to grab the resin I have in there. So we need to figure out how to feed this hive and do so slowly enough that it's not going to completely overwhelm the whole system. And I'm not going to feed it right away. I want a missile system up and running, at least with some imbued missiles, because the amount of when these things kick on, the amount of threat it generates is crazy. Like I said, we went from 0 to 10,000 threat in less than 2 minutes when the system kicked on. I also have a whole bunch of scans that I need to do. Before I do that, let's see. There's probably some ore somewhere down there that we can mine, or I could feed it manually. I'm a little less inclined to feeding it manually, but I think it may grow too fast for us to really do it real time, unless I use something like a basic laser and a motorized conveyor. That would probably do it. So let's get a ore extractor.
Crafting.
I don't need really any upgrades for that ore extractor. It's going to be a very, very basic system. But I also am going to need a motorized conveyor, which I don't know if I have unlocked yet. I have the advanced conveyor. So we have to go over to the research area anyway. Look at all the slimes. Look at them all. So happy to be dropping down. What are you shooting at? Oh, bosses, yeah. That's what you're shooting at. Are we picking up any eyes? We got lots of green eyes. We only got one more blue eye, and looks like we got 2 more massive eyes, which is kind of cool. So I need to research some of those resin intermediates. So there is the ablated resin, and there is the hive core that I went ahead and scanned. So do we have... There's the motorized conveyor right there. And I believe that's like 128 crystal clocks to make that beast. So, yeah, we need 1 servo motor, 1 advanced conveyor. So I think I have everything there except for the servo motor.
Crafting.
And there we go. Motorized conveyor it is. All right. So now we need... I'm going to have a couple basic lasers.
Crafting.
And I have plenty of other lasers, but I'm just going to build a couple because we need to power the extractor as well. So let's go down. Let's see how many hoppers do I have. 15 hoppers, 200 of those. Yeah, we got plenty of materials now. We can go down and check. Oh, we got another attack coming in this side now. I thought our threat went down to 0. I could have sworn our threat dropped to 0. And those bosses have... Yeah, look at that. Oh no, that's not health. Come on, enter the realm. There we go. So yeah, he has 460,000 hit points. That's That's pretty good. And now I forgot what I came over here for. Why did I come over here? We were going to set up the system for feeding, and I came back here for a reason, and I can't remember the reason. Yeah, okay. It'll probably come to me. I'll probably run into something. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I went down there. So we need to drop down, and then we need to find some ore down here, somewhere where I can beam power from a battery. Ideally, it would be right under here. So let's do a ping known ore. Okay, not really. There's a little bit of ore over here. That would work. We're deep enough. And there's a little bit over here as well. Looks like there's some tin. I would be able to beam power this way. So let's go see how far away this is. Oh yeah, we got lots of space over here. So let's try get up here. Give ourselves a little platform. Hop up here. There we go. So now we have the need for a feeding system. And to do so as efficiently as possible. Okay, that effect can go away now. I don't need it anymore. There, it's slowly going away. Okay. Now we need the extractor. Okay, how do we line up? We're gonna line up right here. So this is the line. Okay, so let's first beam some power for our extractor. Wink. I'm not gonna upgrade this at all. We're gonna have a hopper. I don't need a big hopper, I just need a small hopper. And we need some light back here because it's really dark. I want everybody to be able to see what's going on. Okay, so we have a hopper. Now we need a way to feed. Okay, 1, 2. That's a little bright. So we have now plenty of material, and this thing, I mean, this thing can mine this. Oh, there's that's a lot bigger of a tin vein than I thought it was. 51 million tin. I thought this was like 300,000 or something like that, but 51 million, yeah, that's pretty good. All right. So we're going to want the motorized conveyor to come off of this and be powered by the laser. So if we come right in through here, this will be perfect if we put the motorized conveyor right in here. Rather than have that there, we're going to have the motorized conveyor. I'm not going to use a battery for this because that, you know, if I put a battery here and the motorized conveyor underneath, it would power that, and that would not be good. So the last step is getting the Minox to spawn, and the best way to do that is to just be patient. Looks like our first one actually spawned already. So this won't be able to output very fast, and I'm not concerned with how many, you know, Minox are in there. We don't need many. These things are going to pull off these conveyors really fast. So that is not something that we need to worry about. And so we need a basic energy transmitter lined up right here. So this thing will feed this thing power at 0.9 power per second. But this thing needs, I believe it needs 64 power. I'm gonna do an H on that. It looks like it's going a little bit faster than it doesn't actually tell me. Oh wait, I think it did. Needs power, 5 power per item. Okay, that is a lot less power than I thought. So it's able to really build this thing up fast. And how is our power doing? This thing is revving up. So yeah, this whole system is waking up now. And you know, to block this, it's just a matter of you know, I could come in here, put in some space windows on either side just to give it a little bit more protection. And if I want to stop the feeding, I just need to block that laser right there. I've already got some resin, so I don't need a whole lot more. And these things are churning out pretty well. It's pretty fast, as you can see. It goes pretty fast. Oh yeah, very nice. And these are revved up quite a bit. Now, do they produce enough power to keep these things going full blast? I doubt it. But they are pretty good at what they're doing, and I don't have this thing so saturated. Ooh. I don't have it so saturated with ablators and liquefiers that it's in too bad of a shape. So yeah, I honestly thought that motorized conveyor took way more power per item to push. 5 power, that's an item every 5 seconds. Because these are 0.9, so it takes roughly 5 seconds for that to feed it at 1 block. And 1 block, as you see, feeds this thing pretty fast. It can grow pretty nice. And then unknown block situation is these partially ablated and partially liquefied, and they're going too fast. I can't actually scan those. I would have to break the machine, the ablator or the liquefier, in the middle of it trying to process those in order to get those blocks to scan, which I could. I mean, it wouldn't give me very much, but it would help. So these should be going, looks like just the one. It's not nearly as fast as it was when I was pushing, when it started up, and there's a lot of blocks to ablate. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Our threat probably skyrocketed again because we kickstart the system, started feeding it. So let me go check out what our threat level did. Yeah, we're 6,400 threat. That's unfortunate, but we're getting a lot of loot, which is good. A lot of loot is good. So now I think we can kickstart that research for the better input items. So the advanced storage, I think it was. I do believe it was advanced storage. Yeah, so the 25 intermediate, we've already got those. So I'm going to kickstart that. I'm going to go on the back here, and I'm going to put a hopper, and we're going to, where are, there they are. I'm going to put 5 in this hopper, so it can find those 5 and it can use them. So this research actually won't take all that long to get done. And then we can replace. As you can see, I actually maxed out how many input ports we've got. So it took a little bit of crafting and stuff, but I've got all of these set up now to use them. And as you can see, iron is actually getting used because we're now using iron in our experimental pods, and so it's actually dropping off some iron. As you can see, we've got iron being dropped off little bits at a time here. And this, see, it's getting a little low. But yeah, so now we've got a system that we can feed blocks and be very content with knowing that 51 million tin is going to last a while. We're not in any trouble of running out of tin anytime soon. Oh yeah, here's the next attack vector here. Unfortunately. See, I've got beacons all the way out to the edge, right up to the overmines now. So all of these things, there's a couple of little things that I could probably take this huge wall out. That might be, so they're not flying so high, although I would probably have to take this one out too if I did that. But yeah, so we got right up to the overmines. Who knows where the missiles are going to hit? I don't even know where my missile system is going to be. I could try to just avoid missiles altogether and just use lasers in this one. I'd have to max out all the tier 3 lasers all the way around these. And they would eventually run out of power. There's not enough power on one turbine to keep this thing running. I could use the top to put an organic Mark II on. Now that we've got resin coming in, organic Mark II would help augment that power generation quite considerably. What is... See, we have organic solar. I don't have the Mark IIs unlocked yet. I don't think I have them available for research either. Oh, and I did do the minecart logistics. So we've got the buffers, the empty gates, all of that stuff unlocked now. And I think this research is probably done. Yep. Alright, well, next episode we will upgrade our mass storage system, our stockpilers for the Mark IIs. Let's just take a quick look at the recipe for those, because I'm sure that the recipe for those is going to be pretty extreme. Where would they be? Mass storage stockpiler Mark II. So let's see. Storage. Mark II. So I'm going to need some lightweight PCBs. I'm going to probably produce a bunch of conductives, so green and titanium, or gold and titanium based, and then we can redo that input area. So let me craft those in between episodes, and we will come back and upgrade our mass storage system. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.